Again, talk about the difference just in terms of the quality of the weight room.
Oh yeah, it's nice. It's definitely more motivating to be in there. You're not on the benches with a bunch of holes in it and stuff. So thanks to Mr. Perry for that.
Absolutely,
doing a great job.
Kyle, I mean, in terms of getting in there and seeing the other guys in there as well.
Oh, it's just good. Well, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. Every time I get on the radio, do this. Sorry, I just want to get off. We got a really nice weight room. It looks like what you see in the magazines and stuff. It's just like state of the art. It's just really nice.
Absolutely. Well, I want to talk to Coach McComb because you're one of the newest members of the staff, because there's actually a lot of new members of the staff this year, but taking over the defensive side. First off, let's talk about where are you coming in from and your history in football.
All right. I came here from Rockford University, which is up in north central Illinois. It's a Division III school up there. I was linebacker coach and finishing up grad school. Got to talking to Coach Hooper about 5-6 months ago, and just stayed in touch and ended up down here in Alamo. So I'm excited to be here. I got here in beginning of May, so I've been with the defense for about 2 months now, and started off with I'm coming in, putting in all new coverages. Everything's brand new, and very first week I saw changes. So the guys are really coachable, really stepping up and buying into what I'm bringing. So I'm excited to see what comes next month or two.
I'll ask you, Kyle. Are you seeing a difference in the coverages from you throwing around in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big time. How about you, Julian? I mean, Hunter, you guys are both. I mean, are you guys going to be doing any defense this year, or is it going to be mainly offense
Hopefully.
for you guys?
Yeah, hopefully some defense. If Coach lets us.
I'd like to get some linebacker.
Maybe.
Some linebacker and safety.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because both these guys are fantastic athletes.
Yes.
They can play whatever they want to. And I know you're going to have Kyle out there returning kicks, right? I mean,
he's I'll be our kick returner.
Are you going to be punting again this year, though?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So Kyle's going to be out there punting. But talk about in terms of the coverages, what kind of things are you looking to change in terms of? Thanks, Les. We were on another station as well on accident there. Talk about the what kind of coverages in terms of the changes that the kids are going to make. Is it all about trying to make it? Will it be difficult for them to kind of figure out the schemes, or is it all about trying to keep it as simple as possible?
I don't want to give away any secrets.
No, I don't want you to break it down or anything like that.
But pretty, layman terms, just I want it to be as simple as possible, so my guys can understand it, learn it, and play fast. So, but definitely, I'd rather a team, have to chop all the way down the field than give up the big ones. So we're gonna get good at what we do, and we're gonna do it.
Do you describe it as a more of aggressive type of defense, or maybe somewhere in between?
We're gonna be very aggressive, but scheme wise, I don't, like I said,
okay, you don't want to
talk about it. But scheme wise, probably we won't be the most aggressive scheme wise defense.
Yeah,
but we're gonna be very good at what we're doing, and we're gonna be very physical.
Yeah, we don't want to give anybody a type of advantage heading into the season. We want it to be a little bit of a secret for everybody before the season rolls around.
It's definitely different. I think you got to build a team and defense, especially to what personnel you have, and so that's what we're doing. We're trying to put our defense together. Coach McComb and his entire defensive staff. They talk a lot about what personnel we have and what we got to do to put the best defense on the field, and not just not personnel, but our opponents who we're playing, how many spread teams we're playing, how many pounded teams we're playing, and all those week to week will change totally. But the thing is that our scheme really doesn't change, but of how we alignments definitely will change, and it's pretty simple. And like I said, Coach, I've never seen our 7-on-7 defense as good as it is right now. It's pretty amazing. It's hard to move the ball on our defense, and I'm pretty proud of where they're gone, how far they've come this summer, and that they've done a great job.
What are you looking for defensively on 7-on-7s? Because I think 7-on-7s probably is a little bit more slanted towards offense. Would be my way probably to look at it. Yeah. What do you look for in a 7-on-7 defensively?
Real quick before I answer that, I want to touch on what Coach was talking about too, and what the question before. Our defense is very. We can transition into multiple different fronts depending on whether it's a power team or a spread team, like Coach talked about. But a lot of the coverages, a lot of our packages that we do can be practically the same. So we do a lot of the same stuff from a lot of different looks, and we can change a lot of things with very minor changes depending on what kind of team we're playing. But for the 7-on-7, defensively, I'm looking. I mean, we want to. You always, we're competitive. So you want to win in everything you do. But when it comes to 7-on-7 tournaments and stuff, for me personally, what I look at is I want to see guys, doing their responsibility. I want to see them communicating. I want to see them, playing as a unit and mainly, finishing plays and stuff like that. But most importantly is we're out there to practice our defense and to get better at what we're going to do, at what we're doing during the season. When it comes down to it, ultimately it doesn't matter if we win or lose in a 7-on-7 tournament. What matters is that we get better at what we're going to do during the season. So when it comes time for the ones that count, we've got our stuff down and we're playing at full speed.
Absolutely, that's what you want to hear going into those summer workouts. You guys have been doing very well in 7-on-7s. That being said, on the offensive end, Kyle Henderson and Preps has been talking about these two guys right here, Kyle and Julian, in terms of you guys hooking up. Julian, you were named the MVP of the NMSU 7-on-7s, I believe. So talk about the chemistry between you guys so far this season. You guys had a great chemistry throughout the year last year. Do you feel like it's going to be another step forward heading into 2015?
Well, definitely. We put in a lot of work. But, it's not just me and Kyle. It's the slots right next to me running their routes harder. It's the defense getting the ball back for us, and it's Kyle making the right reads. So, it was cool being named the MVP, but it's 7-on-7, and, it took 14 of us to win the games, and it took 14 of us to win the NIMI tournament, so it was nice, but at the end of the day, it's a team thing, and I was just happy that we did well, and we're finally making some statements.
Kyle, you spent your first year as a starter at the high school level, last year at the varsity high school level. How would you compare your mindset heading into this season compared to last year? I got to think that the confidence is definitely up there.
A little bit higher, yeah, to say the least. Well, we go on all these 7-on-7, and it's really good because you get a look at all the teams you're going to play. Like, we played Hobbs twice, at the NIMI camp, and that was very good. We got to we beat up on them twice, and well, it's just really
You get a little nervous.
It's all right. Hey, you're just talking amongst friends. It's all good. But I would have to think as well, just feeling good about making the throws. Last year it was kind of a whole new experience as being a varsity player. This year, I'm sure the confidence in terms of making the right throws and making the right decisions has got to be a little bit further up there for you, right?
Oh yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, Hunter, let's bring you into this as well. You went into last year kind of you were a slot receiver to initially begin it, and this year it looks like running back is going to be your position. Talk about your mindset heading into this year compared to last year, because they were kind of moving you around a lot of different places.
Well, I'm pretty excited to play running back. That's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm pretty excited for the line, and I'm a little nervous too.
See, I'm not the only one.
It's all good.
But Coach Crane's been doing the line really good, and I'm pretty excited to run behind him.
No, fantastic. And talk about the offensive line this year. We don't have any of the offensive lines, the guys here with us, but last year they had a great year, and you bring back a majority of the players in that offensive line from last season.
Yeah, we do. We got 10 returning starters on that offense, and our O-line pretty much returns but Garnan. By the way, Garnan is at New Mexico Highlands right now playing football. Fantastic. Pretty proud of that, and so give a shout out to Garnan. But we have a lot of returning, and then we had a kid that didn't get to play last year that is back on our that started as a sophomore. Now he's back as a senior, so he'll step in at Garnan's spot, and we're kind of excited about that too. So we shouldn't miss a beat there, and about confidence, you're just talking with Kyle and him. That's the one thing I see the biggest difference. People ask me, what's the difference in your first year to this year? And it always works that way, but the confidence in our team. There's a difference when you step out on the field and you're hoping to win. Now it's not. Our kids expect it. We're not going out there hoping to win. No, they're going to go out there. We're going to win this game, and that's a huge difference when you have a team with that much confidence in their ability to fight for their brothers. It's pretty special. It's pretty special.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of interesting storylines going into this year. You guys had you went from 1-9 two seasons ago to 5-5 last year. But I think the biggest thing coming out of last year is you guys, I'm sure, were not happy with the way the season finished for you last year in district, and it's got to keep the fire burning a little bit.
It does. A lot of people don't realize. I'm not going to make no excuses because but them last 3 weeks we had in our season, we lost a couple of those games pretty close. That Carlsbad game, that Hobbs game, those games should have went the other direction, and those were hard losses on our team, hard on their hearts, and that was hard to lift our kids up after those games with losses. But during that time, people don't remember, but we had a pretty bad rain. A lot of rain, and it was hard to practice. We were lucky to get one practice a week in during those last 3 weeks. And when you're playing your opponents and they're practicing every day, they have indoor facilities, they have their turf on the outside, so they're practicing every day. That's a huge thing, especially when you're playing our offense. It's a spread offense that we need reps. I mean, we try to get 1,000 balls thrown a day, and so now. Thank the Lord for Alamo. We're getting our artificial grass field done, and now that's not gonna be there. So I'm pretty excited about that. It could rain, and then we can still go out there and practice on that field, and we're pretty excited about that. That's a big thing right there. So
we post some of the pictures up on our Facebook page, which has gotten, unbelievable response. The amount of people that have shared the photos and all that kind of stuff. I think it shows the excitement the community has, and I got to think I'll start with the coaches. You guys got to be excited about seeing that field come in and to be able to play on that field coming up this season.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, definitely. I came. Places I got to play on were all turf, and then the school I came from, Rockford, up in Illinois, it was a small university that I was coaching at, and they had an old grass field, muddy, and weight room was old. So coming here to high school down in New Mexico, I wasn't expecting to have some new facilities coming up and the weight room to be what it is. So, that shows support, and that this place is headed in the right direction. So I'm happy to be here for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, I'll ask you the same question. I know Julian and Hunter, you guys were both out there looking at it. I don't know, Kyle, if you had a chance to go and look at some of the new stuff they were putting down. Seeing it almost ready, that, in a month you guys are going to be practicing on it, and in 2 months you guys are going to be playing on it. What does that mean to you guys to see that field being put in over there at Tiger Stadium?
I'm pretty excited about it.
It's nice. We can't be waiting to win the state championship on that field, and that's basically what we're working for.
That's right.
And we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
And the new field means more practice. We get more practice in because there's no more worrying about sprinkler heads or holes or getting people hurt or anything.
Patches.
It'd be a lot nicer. Yeah.
Lines and.
Yeah,
we'll be able to get better on it.
I think a great story is we did some of these young receivers, and you tell them, you got to run that route, you got to hit the top of the numbers. And after I yelled that a couple times, the kid looked over and says, "Coach, where are the top of the numbers?" Because I'm like, well, I guess we don't have numbers. Well, it's right here, down this spot right here. And so that's going to be exciting. When you tell a kid to run down the top of the numbers, they know where the top of the numbers are. And so, just having that stuff done, because it's hard. It's either raining or they're mowing it, so we don't have lines, or anyway.
Yeah, and you're trying to, especially the game field, you guys were trying to stay off it to make the grass was
yes.
It could be throughout.
Yes, we did.
Heading into it, so
right. Not anymore. Practice any place, so on that new field. So
and everything nice. Over there, they'll lay down the new track, all the extra stuff on the outside they're going to be putting in over there. I think all about Tiger Stadium, it's going to be a difference. And I know we'll get Mr. Perry in. I think he's either this week or sometime next week, and he's going to tell us about all the Black and Gold Initiative stuff that's going to be going on.
You guys are going to be excited about it. I talked to Mr. Perry today, and I know I'm pretty darn excited about what all is going on. So I think the community is going to be pretty excited.
So. Well, let's go ahead and fit in a break. We'll come back and we'll talk to Coach Hooper, Coach McComb, Julian Segura, Hunter Graham, and Kyle Hooper all along here with us. We're talking Tiger football here on this Wednesday. Back with more of the Roundup after this here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to the Roundup. We're talking with the guys from Tiger football. We've got Hunter Graham, running back this year, maybe some other things. Julian Segura, wide receiver. He's wide receiver and maybe eventual rap star, right? That's the idea?
Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah. We're going to get there.
Going to get there eventually.
Way to the top.
Quarterback Kyle Hooper is also here with us, head coach Dale Hooper, and defensive coordinator and assistant coach Shane McComb also in studio with us today. You guys, we really haven't touched a bunch. We talked about 7-on-7s, but you guys have been busy with a lot of stuff throughout the summer.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about University of Arizona, but yesterday you guys were also in Cruces for the combine, right?
Yes, we were. We went to. We've been trying to get these kids. We got some really talented kids here in Alamo, and I think they get overlooked a lot. And hopefully this season they won't get overlooked, and they'll really get their names out there. but we're trying to get these kids. They start getting them offers now before our even season starts. So we did the U of A prospect camp, and that was interesting. We could say that. And then we went to New Mexico State, and then yesterday we did Eastern. And Eastern put one on in Portales, and I know Eastern was pretty excited. Obviously nothing's official yet, but hopefully they'll make an offer with Julian and probably with Hunter, and we're pretty excited about that, and that opens some doors up maybe to going into the season and get some of these other coaches paying attention, our kids that are working their tails off, and we have a lot more kids I think are college material too, and hopefully down the road they'll places will open their eyes and start looking. So
I'll ask you guys. I mean, that's got to be the goal for you guys. I mean, Julian, you're a senior. Hunter and Kyle, you guys are both juniors this year, right?
I'm a senior.
Hunter's a senior.
Senior. Okay, you're a senior too.
Hunter's
I don't know why I
senior.
thought you were a sophomore last year.
I wish
Probably
he was.
because he's little.
Yeah,
Some
200
protein
pounds.
shakes.
All right, so we'll talk about you guys. I mean, in terms of going to a combine like that and then finding out that the college is interested in you. I mean, what is that experience? Most of us don't get that experience of having universities wanting us to come play football. I mean, we'll start with you, Julian.
It's really nice, me and Hunter, we work really hard. We're in the weight room a lot, staying after practice, running routes and stuff. And for a college to show some interest in you, it's like it's paying off,
Yeah.
So, we went down there. There was really good competition there, and I'm not gonna say me and Hunter aren't the best, but we certainly want to play like we are, and I feel like you gotta have that edge when you're competing against people. And but ultimately, the main goal right now is to get us that district championship, get us to the playoffs, and bring home that blue trophy. So
that's right.
First things first.
Hunter, I mean, I'll ask you. I mean, I'm sure you'll echo what he said there, but in terms of having universities interested in you playing football for them, what does that feel for you? You playing football all your life,
It's a pretty uplifting feeling. I mean, I've always wanted to play college ball, and it's just, I don't know, it's just nice to know someone actually wants you to play for them, and you can go to the next level and hopefully have a chance to do something bigger.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I'll ask you. I mean, Coach McComb, you obviously being involved in collegiate programs, now with high school, to know that some of your guys that you're helping along the way that may eventually play college football, that's got to be a rewarding experience for you as a coach as well.
Yeah, and that's a big part of high school football coaching. That and junior college. I mean, what's the main purpose? I mean, obviously you want to win, but the biggest thing is you want to help out your kids and get them, to the next level and help them out with what it is that they want to do next in life, whether that's continue playing football or continue education or anything else it can be. You can help them out with, but that's definitely a big part of it, and that's whenever if I was doing recruiting and I was talking to coaches and they'd show no interest, I mean, just it kind of tick you off a little bit. But then when you go into schools and you're getting phone calls from high school coaches, that's how it should be, and I see that here, and I'm willing to help out and use my ties that I know for a lot of D2 programs and stuff that I've stayed in touch with, pretty close to some of my coaches, that I can help out as much as possible as well. So.
And Coach Hooper, I'm sure being an advocate for your guys. I mean, because I at least I feel from talking with you. I mean, the respect and the appreciation you have for these guys that come out and lay it on the line for you coaches throughout the year. You want to see them
absolutely
move on.
Every kid, every player, and I tell my seniors, every player that wants to go to play college football, they know they got my word. I'm going to do everything I can to help them when the season. When the season's done, that's all I do. I try to work for them, and a lot of our seniors they don't want to go on to play football, and that's fine too. That may not be for everybody, but the few that I do get, I really try hard to get them to college. And I know Garland really wanted to play. That's what made me so excited about Garland going to Highlands. And but yeah, our other combine I didn't mention. Kyle and I, we flew down to Oregon, to Eugene, Oregon, for the Nike combine down there, the elite combine, and that was pretty interesting. That was a lot of fun. Some of the top athletes in the country and from all over, from Hawaii to all over the whole United States, and that was a lot of fun too. So a lot of combines this year. It's been really interesting.
Colin, I mean, talk about that experience a little bit to go get to see something like that. I mean, we do have the combines around here, but obviously that's got to be something a little bit different.
It was
there.
It was a little more, I think. I don't know, not nicer, but it was different atmosphere, I could say. Especially and up in Oregon too. It was fun being up there too. It was pretty up there, but yeah, it was a good camp and everything, and I don't know, it's just nice to get your name out and do all that kind of stuff. Be the top athletes, have coaches go over there, learning experience, and it was just overall all a good thing.
So was that, did you get to go to
Yeah.
Austin Stadium there? Or
We were at the Oregon Ducks, and it was exciting. When you're competing, like over there, it's an invite thing, and so Kyle's getting to throw the football, to all these kids, and multiple offers. Like the kid coming back on the airplane with us out of Phoenix, he's top 5, 20 D1 offers. I mean, it was crazy. His brother just went for in a first round draft pick, and you're meeting all these other high school kids from all over, and it's amazing how quick they all made friends. And I thought that I was kind of standoffish over there, and with other coaches and parents or whatever, and we're talking, and it's amazing. These kids are from all over the place, and they all had that one thing in common, and they were laughing and joking and making friends instantly, and that's pretty neat. That's neat how football brings all them guys together. And but the competition, boy, it was intense. I mean, there was no messing around. It's business, and they've been doing it for a long time, so it was pretty smooth run. But the Eugene, Oregon, the facility, that was pretty exciting to see. It's just pretty amazing.
They've got some pretty good money behind that stuff up in Oregon with Nike and all that stuff.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Coming up here before too long, and we mentioned that you guys are going to be in Portales coming up this weekend for ENMU, and then next week you guys are going to be up in Cloudcroft for
that's right
for what's going on.
Yeah, a 3-day camp. We're going to Eastern. Our plan is we're going to Eastern Friday, and then we're going to pack up. A few of us are going to go, and as far as I know right now, we plan on going to UNM, and we're going to go. They have a prospect camp there too. They called a couple of these kids to go down there to that, so I'm going to take them down there, and hopefully we can impress UNM and see what happens there, and then we're going to turn around, and come back. I'm letting the kids know there's one also Sunday in El Paso, so the kids can have a pretty full week if they want. And then Monday we're going to turn around about 1 o'clock. We're going to pull out. We're going to take a bus load of kids. I'm going to kind of limit it to a bus load, and we're going to go Cloudcroft. Socorro's going to meet us up there. Socorro High School. It's a good friend of mine, and they run the same offense, so it's perfect. And we're going to stay in their gym. We're going to camp out. Kids are kind of sad about that, but I know my luck. I'm going to get out there. It's going to be lightning and thunder, and I'm going to be out in a bunch of tents with kids. So I said, no, we're going to stay in the gym, and we're going to stay there Tuesday. I'll stay there for 2 nights. Tuesday's a full day, and we're going to knock out some 2-a-days, and we're going to with Socorro. And Onate is also going to join us on that morning, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we'll come back Wednesday morning. We'll have a morning practice, and then the kids are done till August 3rd. Coach will have the weight room stuff probably going at that time, but we'll be done till we strap it up. And the rest of the staff, we're going to be heading down to coach the All-Star game, and I'm excited. It'll be my last time I get Coach William, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun.
Talk a little about the honor of being able to coach the All-Star game. I mean,
it is.
You've been kind of around for a while, and to be able to get to do that, it's got to be
right
for you.
This is my I'm fortunate enough. This is my second All-Star game I've got to coach, and my first one wasn't as a head coach; it was as a defensive coordinator. Believe it or not, I know you guys never thought I was a defensive coordinator, but it was a great experience, and I still today stay in touch with those kids, and it's been probably 12 years at least. I don't know, maybe more. And I'm pretty excited about it. We got some great kids. I'm actually gonna start phone calling all my players, and it's just gonna be a fun week. I'm not going down there by no means to put a feather in my hat. Oh, I won the All-Star game or not. That's not what it's about. And I think it's sad when you get coaches that think that way. And I'm going down there. Every kid's gonna play. They're gonna rotate themselves. Every kid there will play, and they're gonna play not just special teams. They're gonna play a lot, and we're gonna have fun and let the winning take care of itself.
And maybe for some kids, last opportunity to
that's exactly
to either play or to maybe get a look from a college.
That's
somewhere,
right.
So.
That's right. I get to keep coaching. Some of them kids may not ever play football again, so including my son. So, yeah.
It's definitely a special thing for them to get to take part in. So we'll certainly look forward to seeing what happens there. Coach McComb, let's talk about here the last couple of weeks before you guys. I mean, you still have about a month so you get to actually strap on the pads. Is it weight room and working on particular skills and things like that? What do you want to see from your guys heading into the last month of the season, or last month of the off season, I should say?
Obviously weight room is going to continue on, like Coach said. When they're up there next week, we'll be in there every day for everybody that can make it in there. And but besides that, I want to be able to work on as much fundamental as possible with my position groups. I'm trying to spend as much time as I can with the DBs, but obviously I'm mostly with the linebackers. That's what I do. But just trying to get them coached up, get them ready to where when we get the pads on, we can go. If those things aren't in question, we can go play aggressive and go get physical and have some fun with the pads on. So that's when it gets fun.
Yeah, I'm sure for you guys as well. Finally getting to strap on the pads. You mentioned as well. 7-on-7s is fun, but actually having the pads on is a completely different experience. I got to feel like. So
yeah, definitely.
Hunter, I'll ask you. In terms of being able to get those pads on, you're somebody who you like the contact.
Yeah, I like contact. I know in the 7-on-7s you just get tapped and you're down. I like to just hit and keep going, so I'm pretty excited to get the pads.
I'm not sure the defensive players who are trying to stop you enjoy that as much.
No, not really.
No.
Julian, Brandon.
You're a physical guy as well. You're one of the as a big wide receiver. I got to think you like the contact. Not all wide receivers do, but it seems like you do.
Yeah, coach doesn't really like that. I like the contact, but it's fun. It's part of the game. There's just nothing like running someone over for a touchdown or picking up a key first down. It's just 7-on-7 is fun, but we know what we're working for, and it's almost time. So
yes, it is.
Yeah. Kyle, in terms of throwing the football, that's obviously different from when you're out there in shorts and a t-shirt.
A little bit different.
The pads on. Yeah,
it's a little bit more of a challenge, but it's all the same. It's all
It's all basically the same deal for you guys to work out. And in terms of is the timing a little bit different? Do you feel like when you guys have the pads on?
Say that again.
Do you feel like the timing's a little bit different in terms of, when you guys are running routes, does it seem any different, or is it with the pads on?
No, I don't see. No,
it's about
no
the
difference.
same.
Same thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's just what Coach McComb said, though. We're out there. We're not out there to try to win a 7-on-7 state championship, and now are we out there to win? Yeah, heck yeah, we're going to try to win in everything we do. But we're not going to make tweaks and changes of what we do also. We're going to keep running what we do because we know it works during season. And, most of the time, a lot of these 7-on-7s, it's 4 seconds. And, man, I pray my line could block for 4 seconds. That's going to be good stuff. But, I think everyone does. But, we most of our stuff, we try to get that ball out of our quarterback's hands in 2 to 3 seconds tops. And, so we're trying to win for the season, and that I think that's great about us. You're going to see our defense, you're going to see our offense. You're not going to see stuff that we're not going to do, and
Coach McComb, we got these three guys here in the studio, but talk about some of the guys in your defense that you've been impressed with during the offseason that have made some impressions on you heading into the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely my secondary and Gerber, the safety, stepped up, and my first day when I first got here, I was not too sure, but he was playing a little slow. Wasn't sure what was going on because it's brand new stuff. But man, the last couple weeks, I really just noticed him just explode. He's really picking it up and playing good. But everybody, Silva, Brandon, both the linebacker, have been doing a good job. A couple of younger guys have been stepping up, and cornerbacks, both Jace and Alex, have been getting more physical every single week, and that's what I've been trying to. I've been trying to implement in defense. Is two biggest things is being physical and working together as a unit. We break it down on swarm because I want 11 guys the ball every play. So, but we've been the very first practice to yesterday's practice is night and day from how they compete, how physical they're playing, and how much fun they're having. If they got a pick that first day, they just kind of catch it, and But I think they've started to feed off of me a little bit, a little energy, and understanding that that's a great thing. So now when they get a pick, all 11 are running and having fun and screaming. So they're starting to have fun together. They're starting to play as a unit, and it's something that's that excites me as a coach. Coming into August here, once you get the pads on, then we'll be hitting a little bit harder and having a little more fun. So I'm excited about it. Yeah, Marcelo, absolutely, getting him back on safety. I stole him from Coach from the offense there, but he's an athlete back there. He covers the field, and it makes it a lot easier when you have guys with an ability like that. It's not as much a worry. So. But he's doing a great job. There's a lot of guys stepping up, doing a great job. I'm excited.
Yeah, Marcel he's a freak. He can do a little bit of everything out there in the field for you guys. He's impressive.
He's
his
pretty
speed.
talented.
Yeah.
We didn't have him in Nimmy neither, so we're kind of excited. And it's sad is we'll lose. Gerber he'll be gone tomorrow. But when we get Marcel, I was like, man, one of these tournaments where you get both of them at the same time, it's going to be nice. So
yeah. Well, how about offensively? I mean, we obviously got these three guys that are a big part of your offense. But
you know what? We have Alex Ramirez still, and Brandon and Marcelo. They still can rotate over there. We have Jalen Bateman. I got to brag a little bit about this kid. He didn't play. He was a JV player last year. His brother played for us at corner. And that's just a name to put in your mind, because I'm going to tell you right now, Jalen Bateman will catch a lot of touchdowns this year. That kid, he's pretty special, and he's going to be a junior, and he gets better every day, and he's getting more confidence, and he really, I'm really proud of Jalen, and he's going to be a new face that you guys will see. And of course, Peaches, it's nice to have him back healthy. Last year it was a rough year for him. He keeping that kid healthy and he's a kid that'll play anywhere. He could play wide receiver, he could play running back, he could play, and that's
a little bit of defense for you guys.
You're darn right, and he can play defense. He can play a lot of places. I know one thing, we'll find places for that kid, and he's a lot. He's like Hunter. Hunter could be one of the best receivers in the state too. And at running back too. So it's just, our running backs are very versatile.
Yeah, having him catch out of the backfield, I'm sure that's going to be part of the offense too. So.
Well, when we go to these combines and stuff, and they have these other running backs running routes and stuff, and they're kind of rough. And then Hunter gets up there. I was like, Hunter knows how to put the moves on and how to shake people. So anyway, it's nice.
Well, let me ask you guys. I mean, a lot of you, have been on this same team since, sophomore year. This is the third year for a lot of you. Kyle as well. You were a freshman on that group as well on the varsity side. What's the chemistry like with this group during the summer and heading into the season? We'll start with you, Hunter.
We have a lot of chemistry. I've known most of these kids since I was like 5 years old. So going up with them, it's a pretty cool experience. I played football with probably most of the starters since middle school, and we've always been winning. So this year it's going to be the same thing.
Julian?
I moved here my freshman year, and as soon as I got here, I felt the sense of togetherness and unity. And that's huge when you're going to make a deep run into the playoffs. And, I haven't played with them since middle school, but I did play against them in middle school, and they were pretty good. I think they beat my team by 35 points or something. So, but, we're all together. We're a brotherhood. Everyone's got each other's backs on the field, off the field. We're pushing each other to get better every day in the weight room, in school. We know what we got to do, so we're here for each other.
Kyle, if you want to jump in on that
Julian,
as well.
he kind of took anything I wanted to say, but just what they said. So
this guy's. And just how important is that? I'm sure you guys have been involved with teams that maybe there isn't. You guys aren't talking to each other as much or things like that. How important is it? And I'll ask you, Kyle. To have a group of guys that you feel like you can trust, and not only that, are your friends.
You have to trust your teammates. That's who you're going to be playing with on the field, and if you don't have that connection with each other, then you're not going to be successful. And I think that's what we're getting better and better at, and we just have that connection. It's going to really help us during the season, and you'll see it. Fourth quarter, who's going to be fighting for each other and everything. So that's I think one of our best attributes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we got a lot of good leaders on our team, and you find out what team's leadership is, because it's like I talked to my kids, especially this senior group. I had a meeting with them the other day, and you guys weren't there, by the way, so. You guys were reffing the little league guys, little flags. So, but anyway, I met with my seniors, and I told them, some things you definitely will find out about leadership, about seniors, and it's easy when we're winning. Oh heck yeah, we're all loving each other and pumping up. But when the chips are down, that's when you find out what kind of character you have, and if you're going to lift your brother up and finish the fight. And so we're. Unfortunately, right now we've been doing pretty well, so we'll see what happens then. But I don't doubt not this group of kids. They want it too bad, and they want Alamo to be proud of what we have on the field. So.
I'll tell you, the crowds last year at some of those games, at homecoming,
right,
Artesia game, things like that. We talked about the traffic trying to get in. You guys want that for all 5 home games.
Absolutely, yes.
So, something I've noticed that at the just the 7-on tournament so far. When defense is out there, offense is encouraging. The offense is out there, defense is encouraging, and that's huge to have a team as a unit, and not separated. And we're working, we're encouraging each other, we're making each other better. We compete on the field during practice, but at the end, we want to be a team, and that's what we are, and that's huge. Some days, some games the defense or the offense might be down a little bit, and and the next game if the offense is up, the defense is down, or the defense is up and the offense might be down. So it's important to know that they've got each other's back, and if the defense got to go right back on the field, then they're going to step back up and do it. Or if the offense comes out, that they got to know that they have each other's back, and they're gonna win as a team. And so far, I've seen that, and we need to keep that going. And it's good to play as a unit, and that's what we are. So it's good to see.
Good sign, certainly, especially during the summertime, to see everybody so invested in what's going on. That's a big deal. Also want to mention, you guys got some new, obviously Coach McComb is new to the coaching staff. I mean, he's been here a few months, but the new baseball coach is coming in. Coach Crabtree's going to be involved with the football program as well, right?
Yeah, we do. We have I'm excited. We got, a baseball coach came in. He's out of Texas, and he's a pretty good baseball coach. And I was excited when I found out he'd like to coach football also. He's coached a few football in Texas, and he's a baseball coach first. He hasn't been coaching football that long, but we're very fortunate. The 4 years he's been coaching, they were running the same offense, so that was kind of exciting. So he came over, and he right on in, and his family are here, and him and his wife, and they bought him a house too, just like Coach McComb. They're here for the long haul. We're all here to be. We're here to stay, and that's exciting. That's exciting.
You also have a new coach that's going to be coming in as well, right?
We do. We got another coach and actually he's one of Coach McComb's good friends. They coach together over in Rockford, and he's an O-line guy, and he'll be here hopefully soon. And yeah, we'll find out.
He was actually my roommate for 2 years, so I know him pretty well. But he's a great person and a great coach. I mean, guys really follow him, so he's going to be a great addition. Excited to get him here.
All right. Well, we're certainly looking forward to the start of the season. We'll have you guys in here again before too long as we get ready for it. But certainly for you guys, I mean, Julian, you've mentioned it a few times as we've been talking throughout the show today. But the expectations for you guys as a group. I mean, I got to figure this is. You guys are looking at nothing less than playing for a state championship.
Definitely.
Anything less than that would be a disappointment to us.
Yeah, just going for state.
No, and that's certainly what we want to hear. And you guys are pumped for the season to finally get here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
can't wait.
That's what we want to hear. All right. Well, Hunter Graham, Julian Segura, Kyle Hooper. Happy to have all them here. Coach Hooper, Coach McComb.
Thank you for having us.
Well, always happy to have you guys here, and we look forward to the start of the season. And good luck at ENMU. Good luck at up in Cloudcroft, and of course, good luck to you at the All-Star game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More of the roundup after this here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.